training. I love WordPress quite a lot. If you didn't see this particular website, my own personal website, we'll just kind of do a refresh here. I built this off of WordPress. I've built hundreds of different websites based on WordPress. So you could kind of see, all these different elements that you might have. I do have a magazine that's called Clever Stilettos. And I'll show you what that looks like as well. And this is built on WordPress. And there's a lot of templates out there here. We'll just maybe later. But this is more of a blogging, kind of a website. But one thing I want to definitely let you know, when you're doing WordPress, there is WordPress.com and then there's WordPress.org. One of them is that you could install WordPress on your own server, like on ericpaulolson.com or cleverstilettos.com or even the digitalmarketingsuccesssummit.com. That's what you want. You want to install WordPress on your own server versus using WordPress's own servers. And how you do that is when you register your own domain, and most likely you're going to be using a service. I use Bluehost a lot. There's GoDaddy and HostGator and a bunch of different places, but I always use Bluehost. Majority of other people on here are probably going to be using like GoDaddy, but they're very comparable. When you log into your hosting company, I'm not going to show you that part because it's a little bit different for everyone, but the concept is exactly the same. When you log in, there's going to be a section in there called WordPress. And all you want to do is just hit the little button that says install WordPress. And that's all there is to it. They'll obviously will ask you for a username and password, things like that, but you just hit install. When you do that, then you can actually log in to WordPress, and your WordPress login is always going to be your domain name. For example, here it's going to be cleverstilettos.com/WP with a little dash here, admin. So it's always your domain /wp.admin. They'll tell you that after you install it as well. But when you do install it, that's when you'll get everything behind the scenes underneath the hood. I have two different accounts open here for you, the Eric Paul Olson one, and then I also have the Clever Stilettos one because each one has different templates. But when you're in here, I want to definitely talk about certain templates that, or plugins, I should say, that you definitely want to use immediately. You should take notes on it. I'll go really slow. I won't go into the details of every one, but these are just plugins that are completely free that you should always install. You can always install your template or your plugins right here in plugins, hit add new. And then when you hit add new, all you have to do over here in the keywords is just search for the plugin and then, hit install now if this was your particular one. So the plugins I always use that are really going to be very helpful for you is called Easy Forms. This will connect you to the free resource I gave the other day about MailChimp. So if you're collecting email addresses, anything like that, you want to have this Easy Forms plugin. So basically anyone that might opt in, kind of like with the Summit, someone opts in with the email address, the Easy Forms plugin will automatically just throw it into my email service provider then. Another plugin you definitely want to have is called Twitter Cards. What Twitter Cards does is if anyone goes to the website, and let's just say they go to Clever Stilettos here. They go to the website and they want to share a particular article. Let's say they just want to share this article right here. And they're going to tweet this article. And they're probably going to use this URL, anything like that. What's great about that plugin is When they tweet, it's automatically going to include that default image or an image that's on that page. Without Twitter cards, if they decide to share that page or any information on your website, there won't be an image. It'll just be text only. So that's why it's great to have this plugin here, Twitter cards. The other one here is called Schema. What Schema is just code that's written up. So let's say target. Oops. Oh, good enough. It's, it's awesome how Google automatically knows what you're talking about. With Schema, when you're like searching the web, you'll notice these little things on the right side, little information, profiles, a little bit more info. That's what Schema does. So when you install this plugin, you can give it more information about your particular, you can add logos in there, history in there. So it just takes up a little bit more real estate on the website. When I Google, let's say Clever Stilettos, for example. Let's say someone just decides just to Google it. You see here, instead of just having the actual search results that are just like this, it also shows the different pages like gallery and radio show, power hour. That's what the schema markup will allow you to do. And there's no code involved with it. You just fill in the blanks and then it would automatically just, give this information out. And let me see some other ones. The other really good one is Pixel Your Site. And that is especially if you're going to be running Facebook ads. And with Pixel Your Site, when you click on it here, it'll just ask you what your Pixel ID is, and then you just enter it in here. So there's no code involved with that as well. And then the very last one that I definitely want to share with you is SEO. You want to have an SEO plugins, and then just let WordPress do its magic with SEO. It will definitely, let's pull up a page or a post here. You can see. We'll just do this one right here. So all the posts are basically, they're different than pages. It's a page is what you actually see on the screen, and then the post is more of that individual section that you see like in a blog. So let me just scroll down here. So this is what typically a post will look like, because you'll have your topic up here, your body, and then when you scroll all the way down at the very bottom, we'll ask you about SEO, Yoast SEO right here. And then you can just put in your focus keywords. You can change what the search result, like the template part, when people are searching and they'll see like a little snippet, you can change that. So all that kind of data information is going to be in there. So that's good for the SEO part. Those are it for the actual plugins. With my own site here, it's about the same thing. All the plugins are almost all defaulted. One thing is a little bit different on my own personal site. I have what's called Opt-in Monster. That's a great plugin as well. If you're not using MailChimp, but maybe you're just using another service provider, Opt-in Monster works with almost every single service provider out there, and that's the same situation of getting people to opt in to a newsletter. Maybe it's going to be a pop-up window, or maybe it's going to be a little skyscraper on the right side that someone can fill in the information. Then it goes into your email service provider. Okay, with templates, there's two ways of doing this. When you log in, this is your dashboard with WordPress. Everything over here on the left side is more of your navigation. Up here, you'll see posts, and those posts are more like the blog, your pages. And let me pull up my own site here. What you see here, this is considered a page. And then these little tabs up here, these is what they can say in WordPress. These are menus. But what you're doing is you're linking up a page to this menu. So for example, if I click start here, you'll see the URL changed. This URL, what you're looking at here, this is just another page again. And that's the same situation with like about me. That's just another page. So that's what I mean about pages, right here. So you'll definitely want to create all your pages. So anything from maybe home, about you, maybe your services, a contact page. I mean, for me, I have speaking and events and community. So these are all my pages. So you'll do that all in here. You just add a page. And then if you want to do more towards the blogging, that's where these posts are. And a good example with that would be with the Clever Stilettos. Let me show you an example of that. Okay. Later. So when you're scrolling down, you'll see these episode number 24. You'll see these articles here. These are all posts. So if you click on this one here. So this is the overall, this is a page, but this actual little article in here, that is what a post is going to be. So that's what the difference is. So, okay. Now getting into the back over here, a lot of these are plugins, so you don't have to worry about it. So on yours, what you will always see, you'll see post, you'll see media, and you'll see pages, and then you will also see appearance and users, tools, and settings. That's the only thing that you'll see on yours. All these other ones are plugins, so you will not see it on your own. So to build a site, there's two ways of doing it. There's appearance here. You can go to themes. Now I'm just going to show you this, but I'm not going to be recommending this because you definitely want to have a little bit more control. But WordPress does have a bunch, if you look in here, lots of free templates, but they're free. So what you will actually get is you're kind of stuck with it. You can't customize it. You can't, like, for example, just move maybe this girl down to the bottom here. So the very best place to buy themes is a place called themeforest.net. And I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of different themes. I've played with tons and tons of different themes. And the very best theme for your money is called Arc Theme. If you go in here and you just search for it. And I mean, when you compare this against, where is it? Or when you compare it against other ones that are anywhere from $50 to $100, Arc Theme, and like, I mean, you'll see some other ones in here and, $70. Arc Theme is only $30. It is a steal because when you look at their website here, they have 300 plus pre-built pages already for you that are just amazing websites that are already done. But the best part of it is they give you 100% flexibility to move anything that you would like. So for example, let's say you're looking at this particular one here and you really like this very top part here, but at the same time, you might like this little section here, and then you're looking at something else and you're like, ooh, I really like this. You can combine all of those. You can move them around. So they give you 100% flexibility of every single element, every single section, every little pop-up that you might see out of the 300 plus templates that you can customize. That's what I love about this. And it's only $30. I mean, that's what's great. And there's no code involved at all as well. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to build a site, for example, like what I did right here, with my little sections and stuff about me, or even having like the speaking. These are every little element that you see here. For example, when you just click on that, these were all little sections that I just dragged and dropped into here just to make it look the way that, you know, I wanted. So we'll go back over to my own here. So we will go ahead and just dive into one of these pages, and I'll show you how incredibly easy it is to do one. We'll just edit one of mine. Now, at first, when you look at it, it's going to look a little, you know, like, oh, wow, what is this all about? But basically, your page is at the top. This is, you know, the name of it. And then in the middle part here, what you're seeing, the Fresh Builder, this is where you're going to actually start building on it. It's a little, it's kind of complicated in the very beginning, but as soon as you start doing it, if you start playing around with the templates, that's probably the best for you in the very beginning. And then you can just start adding and dropping and doing things. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of my page here, just because we're going to do this live. All the way to the bottom. Okay. You'll see here, you can add an element. So right here, it's learn more. And let's go to my page here so you can see what it actually looks like live. Go all the way down to the bottom. There it is. It says learn more. And then I added that picture of me here when I was in Cairo, Egypt. I just wanted to do that. It's just kind of a little bit for fun. So right here, if you just hit add element, it's going to pop up a bunch of different choices for you here. You'll see lots of different things. Now, here's a selection. And then you can just go ahead and scroll down and pick which one fits best in that area. Maybe, you know, this is perfect for our contact us page, but like I said, there's over 300 plus options in here. So we'll just do one. I'll just do add our team here. All you have to do, literally, you just click on it, and then it literally populated here for you. I'm going to do a quick save here. Go back to the page. Then you'll notice when you scroll down, there it is, our team. As simple as that. Then obviously you'll want to edit. You know, it's editing is literally as easy as just clicking on it, typing in what you need. Hi. And then you need to change out these photos. Oh, it's as easy as just, you know, literally just clicking on it, highlighting, you know, the image, and then choosing a different image to put in there. And I'll just choose that one. Hit save. And then you need to change the text underneath. You just click on it. Let's put Eric. Hit quick save. I'm going to show it to you live here. There you go. Simple as that. Now, obviously, if you want to move these around, it's just drag and drop. You know, you just want to drag it, you can just drag it over. Simple as that. Hit save. And then you'll notice, bang, you know. So this particular template is really the easiest. And then, you know, if you need this part moved over to another section, all you're doing is you're just going to grab this whole section here, highlight the whole thing, the green, and then just move it. Just move it up or move it down. So I'm going to just delete this whole section here for right now. And that's the same thing with, let's add another element here. We're just talking about sections here, but let's pick a different one, something that might be more towards a video format. Now you can search. I mean, you'll see it's all here, but let's just do banners. Now this is a great banner up here. You'll notice there'll be a contact us. Just do this here quick. Save. And then you'll notice what it looks like at the bottom. Obviously, you will put this in, your most appropriate places. But this is a nice banner where it can like rotate like this. This would be great if you're going to be putting this maybe at the very top of your website, for example. I'll just delete that. So I think you probably can see why I'm really enjoy using this particular template, because it's just so easy to maneuver. And then obviously with the template, these little footers here, you can customize and move around, and just say these footers are saved as a particular template, and then you can just say template 1, template 2, template 3, depending on what your footers are. That is really the basics of this. Now going up to menus. Oh, here's one more thing that you definitely will need to know. Because when you're first building it out, you won't have any of these little tabs at the top. Like I was saying before, basically you treat these little tabs as your pages, then just link them up. What you need to do to get these to appear, and that's with any WordPress site, not just this template here, you will need to go into what's called menus. And that's going to be in the appearance. And just go to menus here. And by default right now, my menu is already set up. As you can see here, home, start, about, podcast. That's what you're seeing up here. And we'll just click on start here. As you notice, when you do start here, it'll ask you what the URL is. It's not going to do in this particular one here because that's already set up. But it will ask you what that URL is. Now, the simplest way of doing this, if you create all your pages first, when I mean like this page, this page, this page, it will save you a lot of headache. Come back to the menu as, a step 2, because if you notice over here, it'll ask pages. You can just go ahead and let's do, we'll just do another about me. You can just go ahead and click that, add to menu, because it already knows that's a page, and you'll notice it's right here. We'll just hit save that menu, come back here, and if it's not too long, it should come in right after contact. There it is, about me. So that's how you create these, but I would definitely suggest you creating your pages first, so then it's super easy for you. I'm going to remove that. So it's super easy for you to just to go over in pages and just start highlighting the ones you want in your menu. Just hit add, and it'll bring it out. Now you can rearrange these just by dragging this up here. For example, hit save again. Then you'll notice my contact has been moved all the way up to the beginning part up here. So it's super easy to navigate. Move that back down. Now, if you wanted to have more of a tier system, for example, let's say you hit start here, but then there's like a drop down of 2 to 3 other options. You can do that as well. What you'll do here is when you drag it up, if you see how it kind of goes in a staircase fashion, you just drop it there versus having it like that. If you do it like this, then it will have that drop down here. I'll save it just like that for you to show it to you in real life. Here, I'll have to refresh the page. And then it should go right here and start. See how it went right there. So if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way as well. I'm just going to bring it back down. Okay. So that is it really, as in, just building it out from, skeleton fashion. Like I was saying before, your pages is going to be the most important. So I'll start there. At first, you're just going to hit add pages. So then, start building this out. What I do personally is I kind of sketch it on a piece of paper, thinking to myself, what would I like up here? When I started doing this, I'm like, oh, okay, I know I probably want to start here. I probably want an about me. I got a podcast. I'll probably want that up there. My speaking at events, my community kind of things. So I'll kind of, sketched it out, not like design wise sketched it out, but just what my navigation bar would be like. And then I knew what to start jumping in here and starting to add the pages. Then when you add a page, I mean, it's as simple as just add new. And we'll just do test page. And this is what it's going to look like for you guys in the very beginning. It's just going to be just plain like this. There won't be anything in here. So you'll want to hit edit with fresh builder. Then it'll give you the options to, add a section, add an element. Do you want to have it, 2 rows, 3 rows? I would just start automatically with just add a section. And I'm probably going to start with a banner automatically. So let's say I'm building a fitness one here. So we'll just do that one. And let's go ahead and add one more element to kind of show you a little bit more of an example. And let's do, and if you want, you can always search over here too. Let's see, you want to bring your team in here. Let's just pick that one. Hit save. And the URL will always be what you name the page as well. So we'll just open that up. Can show you what a new page would look like. So there's that banner at the top. Right now, I don't have it as full width, but you can change the settings on that to make it full width. So it goes all the way across. This is just like a scrolling banner. And then you can see that team person that you're talking about. So that's it really for building it. I mean, it's as simple as that. Do you guys have any questions at all that I could answer? Maybe you've been, thinking about? Lee, do you have a question at all?
I was just wanting to go back to the plugin SEO/Yoast. Is it the Yoast SEO plugin, or is it just?
Yeah, the best one is the Yoast SEO.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. Use that one.
Yeah.
Then yesterday, I mentioned the great plugin for inserting the tags here. Let me pull that up. There it is. Tracking code manager. So this is another good one here too.
Thank you.
Just pull that up. Yep. Tracking code manager. That I prefer tracking code manager versus almost any of them for code purposes, even over the Pixel Your Site. Pixel Your Site is great if you're only going to do Facebook. So with track code manager, it lets you do everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, all that kind of stuff. You can add as many as you want. You can have up to 5, free ones, or you have I guess 6 free ones. And honestly, 6 is quite a lot because if you're looking at this is Bing, Facebook, Google,
Mm-hmm.
HubSpot, LinkedIn. I mean, there's not too many more left,
Uh-uh.
you know. So, and the best thing is, like I was showing the Facebook pixel code, you literally just install it right in here, or your Google Analytics or whatever you might need. The most important codes you want always on your website is going to be the Facebook pixel and
Mm-hmm.
the Google, AdWords code
Yes.
and the Google Analytics. Now, even if you think you're never going to use Facebook advertising, or you're thinking you might never use, Google advertising, definitely put the code on there right away, because the day that you decide that you want to, start advertising and you want to remarket to the people who visit your website, it gathers up all the individuals that been going there from the last 90 days. If you decided, oh, tomorrow you want to remarket to people, if you never had your code on there, you're not going to be able to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure you want Facebook and Google and Bing and everyone else to start gathering up the audience, what they call an audience or a pool of people that you want to target to. That's where a lot of people screw up. They're like, oh, let's target everybody that, visit our website, but then they never put the code on there,
Mm-hmm.
and you're thinking right now you might never advertise, but what about if you decided to advertise a year from now?
Mm-hmm.
You're losing all the people that visited you.
That's
So
a great tip.
yeah, just do it. You never know, in the future you might want to do it, you might not. Things change. Just put the code on there, and it's good for 90 days. It goes back 90 days of
Ah,
of of who you can target, but still, I mean, you never know what might happen. Any other questions I might be able to answer for you, David? I'm not sure if you have your mic on, but if you have a question, definitely let me know. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. So this is always fun. I love WordPress. Like I was saying, I mean, there's tons of options out there, but really the very best one is going to be that Arc one I was showing you. I mean, for $30, it gives you 300 templates to choose from already, and I was just only showing you the elements and sections. But if
mm-hmm.
you wanted to actually pick from the actual template, you can do that as well, so you don't have to build each little section at a time. But if you see something like, ooh, I like this particular website, look, you can just click the button and it'll just build the whole thing for you.
Great.
It's worth it for $30. I really think it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.